No, I can't solve your problem. It's your problem. I mean, people are criticizing Europe for getting involved in African internal affairs. So stop asking us to solve your problem. How can people claim you're speaking on behalf of the people of the Northwest, Southwest, and at the same time sacrifice the future of the kids of the people of those regions? I find it absolutely scandalous and honestly also hypocrite, because these people in the diaspora, they can send their kids to school and sacrifice the people on the altar of whatever you claim and pretend to represent these people is absolutely unacceptable, and having maintained that throughout the years is absolutely ununderstandable, and it's not only that, it's the school boycott, it's killing of innocent people, it's the harassing of young girls trying to go to school, and you have seen some of these videos circulating, which are honestly awful, where they force people to undress and so forth. I mean, what happens is beyond what is understandable. These are honestly violations of fundamental human rights and crimes against humanity, honestly.
Excellency, do you think the insecurity in the Northwest and Southwest can really permit an effective back to school?
If those people who fight for whatever political agenda have the courage to formally lift the school boycott, okay? Then you're only left with the criminals, because indeed we all know that, of course, this conflict, and like all conflicts, when they take too much time, they tend to move into economies of war economies, where a lot of people benefit from the situation on the ground, and you have a criminalization of the situation on the ground. But the criminals on the ground, they don't have any interest in maintaining the school boycott. They have interest maybe in hijacking people and ransoming people and at roadblocks and organizing all kinds of traffics, but they don't have an interest in school boycott. So if there is a call by those so-called leaders to lift the school boycott, schools will be open from one day to the other, and these will change the dynamics on the ground.
And Excellency, talking about of course, you've spoken against school boycott, but maybe can we say this has somehow contributed to, has this in any way caused the separatist movements to lose credibility in the eyes of the international community and the diplomatic community?
But as soon as you try to pursue political goals through violence and undemocratic means, you lose credibility anyway. But this is, of course, an additional layer which indeed leads to total loss of respect for those who call for and maintain this school boycott for years now. You have a whole generation of young people who have been prevented to go to school. I mean, I'm a father of 5 kids. The people in Northwest, Southwest are all parents of children. These people in diaspora are parents of children. How can they dare to look into the mirror and continue this school boycott? It's beyond my understanding.
And we end by saying that probably this would have been a chance for the international community to accompany, apart from looking at the humanitarian situation, when we take a look at the number of kids that are not going to school, I think the international community should have put more effort on helping the children go back to school by accompanying the Cameroon government in the resolution of the conflict, rather than focus on humanitarian, because humanitarian efforts they could last for so many years and the problem will continue.
I'm not in a blaming exercise. Everybody could have done more, I guess, and that's something the Cameroonian people have to sort out. We are not well placed to do that on behalf of the people. You don't have a mandate for that.
I think, Excellency, sorry for coming in. I think that the European Union too can have a role to play in the resolution of the conflict, in the sense that some of the separatist leaders or some of those causing chaos are over there in Europe. You see, some are in the United States, but we are talking on behalf of Europe. Some are also in Europe. And the European Union could come in to facilitate this dialogue between Cameroonian authorities and the separatists abroad.
First of all, we have a diaspora, of course, obviously an important diaspora, which is most often economic diaspora, but we have indeed a couple of separatist leaders in the European Union as well. I think there are several concerns there. One, they have to comply with the law of the EU member states. That means they can't spread hate speech and calls for violence. And they can't finance a conflict through the EU channels, which is not recognized internationally. So they have indeed to respect our laws, but beyond that, again, it's not because people are staying in Europe that we, by nature, should have a mandate to build bridges. I mean, it's again to the government and the separatists to try to find common ground and come together. Nobody can, I think, these days enter into the logic of separatism. I mean, one of the building blocks of the African Union has always been that we don't touch the colonial borders. Because you open a Pandora box which is totally unmanageable. We all know that borders are artificial, drawn in Berlin in 1884, but that's the history. You know, I'm Belgian of origin. The borders of Belgium have been drawn in a very artificial way as well in 1830, a little bit older, but we have to accept where we are at a certain moment. If you open that discussion, you end up in chaos. We can provide it, but it's not possible not to be able to live together. It's ridiculous. You know, the governor of Northwest, Mr. Lafrique, he comes from just beyond the border with the West region. He has family on both sides of the border. It's absolutely ridiculous to say this is a border which is unbridgeable and we can't live together anymore.
But the European Union can help us solve the problems.
No, I can't solve your problems. It's your problem. I mean, people are criticizing Europe for getting involved in African internal affairs. So stop asking us to solve your problems. These are your problems. We can accompany your solutions. Yes, we can accompany you, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing through humanitarian. That's what we are doing through political dialogue. We are encouraging everybody to speak to each other, because this is a country where people don't speak to each other. You know, I mean, there's a lot of talk, but listening to each other, listening to the concerns of each other, I mean, fragmenting the existing countries doesn't make sense.
Excellency Philippe Van Dam, what do you have to say to solve the problem in Cameroon, or to accompany the Cameroon government in solving the problem?
I'm sorry to say so, but I can't understand that reasoning anymore. People, and notably some of these Pan-Africanists today, are continually criticizing us for meddling in internal African affairs. And at the first problem, they knock at our doors to try to solve your problem. We, since quite some time now, we have decided that we shouldn't get involved unless asked by the regional authorities. So you have the African Union, you have the regional economic communities, ECOWAS in West Africa, CEMAC in Central Africa, SEAC for political problems in Central Africa, and so forth. If these people indeed want to get involved in sorting out problems and knock at our door, we can consider accompanying African-led solutions, but we are not imposing our solutions anymore. This time is long past. So that's why you will see we have EU forces involved in UN or in African Union-led peacekeeping missions in different parts of Africa, but these are not our missions. These are missions led by the UN, by the African Union, by regional communities who ask for assistance in the way they want to sort out their problems. That's logical. So it's up to you to speak first, and if there is a consensus around the table around some issues where we can help, we will be most grateful to help.
Excellency, you agree with me that the world has become a global village. Yes. Sometimes if you discover that there are leaders in Africa who don't want to help us solve our problems, you're not going to wait and then say, okay, let them fight and kill themselves because, of course, they should solve their problems. You can also come in. Same as the crisis that is affecting the whole world, the Russian-Ukraine crisis. You saw that Africans send their leaders to try to discuss with Putin and discuss with the president of Ukraine to solve. The world has not become a place, it's no longer a place where, only a particular people should solve their problems.
I'm sorry to say so, but there's a huge difference between an aggressor, an external aggressor, invading the democratic, independent, sovereign country, what happened in Ukraine, Russians invading Ukraine without any reason, and sorting out internal domestic problems. Nobody asks us to intervene in any of the internal problems in the world. If consensually people think we can help, we can help, because the first responsibility remains the government. And when we speak about responsibilities, that means also that the government has to go ahead in effective implementation of the decentralization process, because that's part of the conclusions of the initial political dialogue, which ended in the Grand National Dialogue of 2019. So the decentralization process, and in the case of Northwest Southwest, the special status, have to be given the concrete contents and be effective, so that indeed part of the problems can be sorted out, and that those decentralized authorities can indeed build that required consensus on a sustainable basis, so that they can invite the external partners to come and accompany them.
But the external partners from external banks have been supporting the Cameroon government in the reconstruction process.
For large-scale reconstruction, if we see that it works, then we can gradually step up our support for the reconstruction, but it has to be done gradually, and it can go quicker than the peace and stabilization process itself.
And again, and they beg all civilians, they say, make them stand up, fight against this terrorism, because they terrorize, destroy place, destroy our country.
Give them your number. Call your number, I get for screen. Call
my number is 673
yes.
934
yes.
346.
Nine that.
If you need me, you call me at any time. If you see any terrorist where you pass, you want to give me information, you can. If you want to come up for bush where you be Amber, you want to come up for bush, you call that number. They beg all civilians, they say, make them work, we will. Yes, move all that terrorism. The one they want surrender, make them surrender, go for DTR. If you don't want surrender, that means your name not die.
Now so,
yes.
Now
if you don't ever know this thing, now I tell you from today, if you never ever know as a youth for the Anglophone zone, I want me you know from today. Say, as far you stay, when the Francophone zone you stay, as far you visit Anglophone zone, I tell you something. Any Anglophone where you stay, whether for Douala, Bafoussam, Yaoundé, where if you say, as you visit Southwest or Northwest, your life no be guarantee. I tell you, and they ask you, your life no be guarantee. As far as Amber they carry gun for their hand for forest, me I tell you, if you like don't run, go to whole side for where Francophone zone go stay. You like be mayor, you be who, papa, your life no be guarantee. One day, some political mission or something will make you go for your village. Maybe you want to go do some occasion. You go enter Motono. What betide you might be some people make to pass small gun so that will go turn far, you can pick now you go down. Maybe they will put that small dirty explosive for road in knock your motor. When a motor where you there, you die. It don't be guarantee. Your life not be guarantee. The only way if you guarantee your life now for you for support the security force system, for law and order, the Cameroon military. Support them for make their job be easier for white boy them out. That is the only way your life be guaranteed. So know very well, say, as far as you visit Anglophone area, you can die anytime. You feel come on here and say, one go Babamenda, you know rich. Yes. You feel come on say, one go Kumbu, you know rich. You feel come on say, one go your village, you know rich. Out of 100% when you come out from, you travel go Bamenda for your village, you get at 40% for survive. You get 60% for die. So now adventure where the risk over high pass the benefit. But you know that one from today. If you don't ever know, say now you need to help yourself. You don't hear? They can't be better because me yes go run. They go kidnap na you. They go hold na you one day. So I just come out for making me know so waiting. They are responsibility to help yourself. Thank you very much. Now press on a share button, on a share. I did say Eric Tato. They already be indicted. They will go prison very soon. Small. Gary Master, Eric Tato will go prison. Yes. I be tell them say, come out there, they will pay all if they play. They be killing me, dimple. Carry our blood them. My poor boy, their blood them. Carry they can make your money. Open company. Papa, they are on final. You go to spray bowl, dollar them, group. They are money. That money where make out the blood of Anglophone them. The stupid Anglophone, mammy, they go make up, they go die. So one them, you know, make a how. You keep making a younger job your money. You get right. So I just come out for tell now. Okay, Lovett Jack say if you sorry about that, to fight for yourself, even your own spirit will not be happy. It is better to die as a black leg than to die a coward. Thank you very much, Lovett. God bless you for that beautiful comment. It's the simple truth. I tell any Anglophone, my man, why you have a dollar or ya? Why I didn't have a dollar or Yaoundé, my man? As far with the visit Anglophone zone, see there is no matter of Francophone zone now when an Anglophone man we go tell me say, bro, I'm not going to Babamenda again till the next 5 years. The lie. Either some person go die, you want to bury. Something will happen, you want to go village. My man, no fee say to say, hey, after all, I never black leg me, I feel go my village. My man, tell you, person a black leg now, he get guarantee. Any black leg, tell you simple truth. Any man with a black leg, we don't have to be black leg now. That man get guarantee for live so the crisis end. He live a good life, eat their life. Pass you with the black leg. Ask me, say Clovis, why he talk so? I will tell you why. There is a saying where you feel or you think, say you are in a danger, you're not there for danger. But when you feel, say not there for danger, now when you're there for danger. It's the truth and the reality. Any black leg know very well, say no. He be wanted by Amba terrorism. He know how to work. And even the Amba the fear it too. Amba the fear black leg. Are they here? Someone tell the simple truth. If some boy don't say, are they around some place where you say no, he be very bad boy. He no fit ever be probably comfortable. Because you know why? He know say I be sang something, man, the calculate. I don't get conscious for you. When the years are there, boya, any man with around town, he will enter for forest, go hide. When the years are there, I didn't make that noise. When the years are there, so bam, just the facts are there, no. All that perimeter for Shangri shake, God, no say no, na lie. Something will happen. Now they already get that tendency, that idea. Say, I need to joke with them, and I try to do them, I need to hide them. I mean to know very well, say, when they meet me, they get a privilege of hold me, they will leave me alive. So before I put my phone sometimes, they calculate that 100 times 3. But you work earlier, mumu, no get you time. Me, I be more careful past you. Black lady be more careful past you. And I'm about to fear you. That's a simple truth because the way the black lady catch I'm going to wipe it to where. But you are not there for that, you know. I go me village, me, I don't get me problem. My man, tell you me here, 5 from today. As far as you go for Anglophone zone, yeah, your life no be guarantee. When I feel one job go so boom with cops, maybe minutes you go jam about them for road, they will control. Shooting just start. Go. Let feel bullet from motor. He pick you. People don't die so. I guess my friend will go make burial for their village. Now God help you. The foot so bullet from nowhere. It chakara all your foot. I say chakara yam. Today, if this small, this second to the last toe, or then two so, he come out or he cut na cut come out. Life story. Now he get half foot. Half a foot of the have finger they so he cut so also come out. When a bullet, he go for go do na burial, the carry comes from moto. I'm about don't hold control. I mean, don't got bridge, don't jam for control. Me to open fire for their skin. Bullet the celestial for go. We don't press trigger. You don't play for pass. If you work any player go knock, he knock. He quench for day. If you have a sick knock and over no day. Now so it enter with the chakara that get full chakara and all. Now so see how my brother them guarantee no day. We lead the life for bonus. I mean Jambo. Why get for lead that kind of life for Anglophone zone? No, they go see, okay, someone don't die for bar, they go to drink bar, they die. See that journalists will die for bar. If gonna never go enjoy with small girlfriend, they will chop his small life, chop small money, and they take come back alive. No, he die. They be 10 say go die for tonight. They don't die plenty. I want to call one. My dear brothers and sisters, I tell you, say, better say no, you die for something than for die for nothing. If your spirit no go be happy with you. Thank God for everybody for fight. No man no be nonsense. If you don't have to do and you concern at you, leave him. He go meet up you one day. They want to be killing for Roto for Gokumba then 12. Where I'm a shoot and kill everybody no, so they will die. They be travel no. They be I'm a shoot the motor killer. Sam, my man, see, guarantee no day. As far you live for Anglophone zone, as far you get any link to the Anglophone area, your life no be guarantee. As far as Ambabo carry gun for bush. The question is, what are you going to do to guarantee your life? That is the question I leave for you for answer. Thank una goodbye. Love una all. We'll talk some other day and some other time. It is just the truth and the reality. So if you think say you know what for do, if you not touch you, go touch what will be closer to you. That's so the life day. So we need to do what is necessary. So thank you very much, my beloved brothers and sisters, home and abroad. Do me a favor, press your share button. I will just come live to talk with my people because I love una so much. I think my message is okay. I can't talk with one-on-one today. We will get a conversation heart to heart. So I just come today for expose una the truth for no security. Amber need to suffer. Diaspora Ambazonia need to suffer. They go to good school, they live their normal life. Those people that have forest, they make their business. That is the source of income. That gun for their hand is a source of income. So if you like Amber life for the next 10,000 years, that boy will not get a problem. Because you don't get no pressure on them. They will get pressure when their family there on ground. Then the family they on ground, don't get no pressure. The people they go to good school, they also send for abroad. They also send for Europe. Send somebody cousin for one country. Which money they want to do kidnapping for forest? Yes. So Sargon don't be how many upstairs house. So if it today now, Sargon die. Sargon come on and say he can surrender. Me I tell us on secret, I don't ever sabi again. Now I just talk some small story. I don't know. Sargon they make their money. All they make their money. Me I tell the secret. That's somebody they dull. You don't get sense. Somebody they die because na langa throat. People like Ike who Sagat them. If Sagat die, na the most dullest human being on earth. If Sargon die, he no get a sense. If the Bushman would die, you don't get a sense. All that they will do when they die, you don't get a sense. Do you know why I talk so? They don't make life. I said, they don't make life. I will tell you, they don't make life. They don't feel suffer. They just say, and in fact, if someone not get money for your account at 10 million, now Sargon and they for Bush now. In the kidnap now, in the get many upstairs don't belong. If you surrender to today now, no man no take that house for you, never party. He will live a classic life. So you see, I'm saying that pushing adventures of people there now. It takes a person to get conscious like we for do what you do, and because no, we know the road to take and make that money, but not dirty money. Now only people that will get conscience or the feel for the human being will not fit take that kind of means to make money. If the Sagat die for forest with gun for your hand, now fool. Because he already make life. He know very well this that today. No man will touch if he travel go any country for a choice. Yes. I want to make you understand for ground zero and maybe watch me today. It is very this truth now. It be very harsh. But now the truth, I don't find that from you. If the Sagat today commercial surrender, it don't be houses them. It's the truth. They don't be houses the left and right. Sagondo be has them. If you come out to surrender, you don't get nothing for losses now. You see as they for that for they make now their life. So now you now when you watch me now you get for fights them because they use you. You don't say Amba like you like Amba Pazu. Now because you don't get sense. Now business, now big time enterprise, big time business we not easy. You don't lack money. And the tenant they ask you if it's a guy need 50 million for 3 days, you'll get them. I swear to God, and then ask to go come. I'll give you instant the fact and the reality go make them. 50 million a grand no money for that boy that was shang. Yeah, fine man, tell you. If it's Suarez fish, she don't smoke 18 million for 2 days. 20-something million. They should don't for one time they should don't for smoke. Only cigar for smoke tramadol. Caillou cocaine. One time was to don't smoke, they smoke 6 million, 7 million, 8 million. One time they should don't. Oh, papa. And they talk to me sweet. And they suffocate. I tell out to you, see, they know that they talk. One time about the one she done for smoke caillou. They smoke caillou for 7, 8 million. I mean, say one time they she done. They smoke them. So if I'm about catch you, they call 20 million. No fixing as some money there for you. That money not correct for smoke. If you buy many, 20 million, you buy many bullets. It's the truth. When you know find that in a business, now you need to support yourself. I mean, they for small village. Una invite them, beg them. No community club, no passport to them. No, what you do as your boy. No, if you go carry that army, they work and you go show the road. Go show them the camp where they did. That's what I need. Or you leave them. You tell me the wrong password. Ma do to the password. Tell me say you be prepared for go for ground. If you not for FACO, you get mission, you tell me, I will make a phone call or I'll deal with you for day. We'll draw the mission, protect you, everything. I get the right channel for connect you. You don't have to come by get information for about Lucifer. You call my phone. So I get program for Lucifer. You don't get stress. I'll put you for the right channel. No man no go know you were secured. Any place where you did, you message my phone and link you for the right place. You go do it together for them, help yourself, help your people. If you get Sagat, you pay day, you do them. I bet you say if you take Sagat today, you'll be fine. See, my tell us on the boy for ground zero. This civilian under pressure. Sagat na capital for you where they will start their life. Papa got it. Sam, Sagat. You get Sagat, Sagon, Lucifer, you get Millipede them, or other general, all the words, so all them. So I tell you something. Millipede them all, poison them all. Now capital for your life. For you civilian for that village, now capital for your life. If you take Sagat today, you get map. Civilian, press your share button. If you get map for take Sagat out, for Kunkumai Sagat, if you take military now, you go show place like that. I mean, say no, like, will not mean because roadway of it pass, will dodge all that small calm them. Will go direct for the Sagat, my brother. And then if you succeed, Sagat go down, your life will change. I tell you the truth and the reality. Your life go change. God depart Sharam. Your life go change. If you get connection, like you get clean map for Sagat. Not the comments, I know place Sagat stays, Sagat don't pass there. I know all Sagat movement. How when the work at the job I know. But the problem I say waiting. If you want to get to Sagat, you go run because you go kill that kind of 5 picking them. I don't only for the kid that she know why blast them. I want that the Sagat says. You understand now? I don't need that other picking na kende. I need road where I go take and dodge other control. Go to the Sagat play where day. For the room where they sleep. For the play where day. The enemy and meet up and we are taking together. That I kind of map that one time. So be prepared. Go and get the mission for your hand. If you lead the group, if you lead the ministry on ground, my dear brother or my sister, your life will change. Whether it be girl or be Sam, get on and get plenty of to better your life. That guy, your life will change. If you follow the Sangha, make your boyfriend. Yes. You draw all the map, you tap me for the right channel. You lead the mission. Even if I make a mistake, I go with you, you share. Yes, if big guarantee, I'll go with you. For you, will also know what's in a concrete. You go there, you link the batek to have get for worker. If you take that sagat, my dear, your life don't change. So you, the civilian on ground, Amber boy, now another better asset to make your life. They are raw material capital. If you never ever know from today. So press the share button. We'll talk some other day and some other time.